Point Peron! Let's say Point Peron! Let's say Point Peron! Let's say Point Peron!
Taking the effort and time today, we had a pretty good show at Cedar Woods. We covered a lot of the angles and aspects, but the key thing we want to do now is present our petition to Lynn MacLaren MLC, the only state MP from the only party who is standing against this development. Both the Labor Party and the Liberal Party are sitting on their hands with this, so it's down to the minor party. Now, so we've got signatures against the development. We've got 8,158. And they are original signatures from ordinary West Australians concerned about this destructive proposal to dig a big hole in the Rockingham Lakes Regional Park for canal housing at the worst possible location in Rockingham you could possibly imagine, when there's a much better location at Wanley Street at the end of the Rockingham Beach Cafe strip for a marina proposal there that already has EPA approval, it has council approval, it has deep water, it has no seagrass to destroy. Perfect location for a marina for Rockingham. Let's bring that one on. Let's encourage the proponents to get behind that one because it's the best location, existing infrastructure, etc. So we're not against marinas, absolutely not. We understand that. But the issue here is Point Peron is the worst possible place at the end of the Copeland Sound there, shallow water, seagrass on the edge of a marine park. You've got sediments that are containing all sorts of toxins, etc., that have accumulated there over the decades from that have floated down from the Canal industrial strip. We dig up those sediments and dig that huge hole. You're going to end up with a real mess on your hands. We're going to have a real problem with the ecosystem, etc. So this petition here is drawing to the attention of the members of Parliament these issues. In addition, the other issue that they're bringing up, raising to their attention, is the original intended use for this land was for the area to be eventually be an A-class reserve, and that was the condition of transfer. So obviously our forefathers saw the need to have public open space, and we've been chasing that up as well. So I'll hand this over to Lynn, who will expand that. Well done, I say to all the people who have been campaigning against this ridiculous proposal. As you know, we've had several reiterations of this, and finally it has gone to the EPA, and EPA has made a decision. You have spoken. It is not good enough. And I have heard you, and I will make sure that every parliamentarian in this House has heard you.
Thank you.
I just want to say a couple of things. This process is flawed. We have 2 weeks to look at their documents, which they've had a company, a corporation, has worked for years to prepare this proposal. A corporation has worked for 1 year since the original submission that we commented on and said it wasn't good enough. They've had a year to figure out how to respond to that. And the EPA's had a year to go back and forth. They've gone back and forth. And now, a week and a half ago, they released those documents. And we're supposed to pore over them and figure out what's wrong with them. So first of all, unfair process. This is wrong. This government should not have a process which is so unfairly weighted towards private developers. Where is the public power in that? Secondly, this is an area that is too precious to lose. I've heard you, and many people in this House have heard you.
Bush forever.
This is Bush forever land. It was acknowledged as precious land from the way back in the days of the Commonwealth when they gave it to us in 1964. It was recognized as a very important place for the public to have passive recreation and enjoy this beautiful coast, beautiful limestone, wonderful marine life, this is a very precious place that they're talking about dredging canals in. Cedar Woods exists in other states. It's not just in Western Australia.
Shonksties.
They are active in Victoria.
Shonksties.
They could not do this in Victoria. Victoria has banned canal developments. Tasmania has banned canal developments. New South Wales has banned canal developments. I say Western Australia is a little bit behind, aren't we?
And
This is the first canal development in the entire country in a long time. Why is that? What is it about the Barnett government that says, come on developers and carve up our coast?
steal our public land.
Now the other thing, we've mentioned that it is stealing public land and handing it over into the hands of private developers. But what's more important to us as the people of Western Australia is that generations have enjoyed passive recreation in this area. This area is becoming more precious as time goes on because we're developing, look around you, we are developing this entire Swan Coastal Plain. Do we not deserve one little patch of land in Rockingham to enjoy? We are not anti-boat pens, as Don has said. This is about where you put a marina. It's not an anti-marina thing. If we are supportive of a marina at Port Rockingham, it's already been approved. The developer will say, well, if it's been approved, why haven't they built it? Well, because everyone's waiting to see what happens with this development, aren't they? So we want this development knocked on the head. We want the Point Peron Marina at Mangles Bay knocked on the head. And what we really want, what the people have said, is a world-class conservation park. That is what the Barnett government should deliver to the citizens of Rockingham. That is their mandate. That's what they should deliver. They should not be carving off for private development and putting our seagrass and our sea life at risk. So, thank you for the petition today. As Dawn has said, there are many people, more than you, and I know from going to all the protests over the years, there are hundreds more. In fact, as I said this morning outside Cedar Woods, across Australia, there will be thousands of people who went to school camp in Point Peron who recognize that this is a precious place. So let's get their voices heard. Let's stop this development. We stop the development a little bit north of here at James Price Point. I suggest we do the same here. And Roger Cook. We've got the member for Warmborough, Paul Papalia, the member for Canal, Roger Cook. Good stuff, Roger Cook. But where is your colleague, Mark McGowan, who's allowing this to proceed, who's the member for Rockingham under his watch? And he's the one who said, I will wait for the EPA to bring out their decision. And we all know how flawed the EPA process is, given that the developers, Cedar Woods, are the ones who did the environmental impact assessment and have missed out all this stuff. But we and others now have to draw to their attention to show why this is a risky and ridiculous and unnecessary idea. And like I said before, this is only the start. This is only the start of the fight. There's thousands of people out there. 8,146 for starters, original signatures. There's people from all over the state who wish they could be here today. They're all going to take their work and not take a day's annual leave. But I tell you what, this fight has only just begun, and Mark McGowan needs to get off the fence and listen to the people in Rockingham.